Did you see this? Sadiq Khan is confronted as a controversy surfaces and the atmosphere heats up. Drop a like and comment. What do you think about this moment?
Well, not law and order in London under you, mate. Can you sit there with a straight face and say crime is down? Since you became mayor in 2016, knife crime has gone up by 27%. Violence against the person has increased by 26%. Robbery has increased by 57%. Theft has increased by 37%. Shoplifting has increased by 109%. Sexual offences have increased by 64%. All crime since you, Sadiq Khan, became mayor of London have increased by 26%. Don't Londoners deserve the truth about the state of crime in the capital from you?
Deal with the list that was read out. Theft from motor vehicle down by 18%.
Over what date range? Over what date range?
Burglary.
Over what date range? Over what date range? Since you became mayor of London, over what date range?
Over the last 9
Not
years.
the last month. The last 9 years. I know you don't like the truth, but apologise to Londoners over your tenure that you have allowed crime to skyrocket.
Mayor Khan, everybody knows what I was talking about, except you, it would appear. So, Mayor Khan, in January, I asked if we had grooming gangs in London. You dismissed my question by saying you didn't know what I meant. So would you like to apologise to all those victims of the rape gangs that actually saw you dismiss this?
Well, Chair, I'd like to begin these topics by always thinking about the victims and survivors who've been treated appallingly over many, many years, particularly in the northern towns. And I've led efforts to strengthen the protection of children and those women exploited by abuse and exploitation.
Yeah. Can you just issue an apology to those rape victims that have since phoned me? I mean, I can't tell you how many people have contacted me. Would you just like to apologise to them for pretending you didn't know what these rape gangs were?
It is really important. We're talking about an incredibly serious and emotive issue to actually clarify what is meant when it comes to grooming gangs, or in the words of the member, rape gangs. There are a number of things that are meant by this. They include intrafamilial abuse. They include parent-peer abuse.
Okay, you're not doing yourself any favours here, Mayor Khan. Everybody knows what I was talking about, except you, it would appear. And since you're the police and crime commissioner...
Mr Mayor, you promised Londoners that if they voted for you, you would provide 1,300 extra police officers. 18 months on, we're actually 1,800 police officers less in London. We were hearing earlier about broken manifesto promises on policing. This is another broken manifesto police pledge. There's no way you're going to reach that target. Nobody thinks that you're going to get to plus 1,300, which is now, you know, we're 3,107 short now. No one thinks you're going to get there by the end of this term, do they?
Well, let's wait and see. There's still some time to go before the end of this term. I'm quite clear in terms of not just myself, more than doubling investment in the police service from City Hall, but lobbying the government to do more to support the police service as well. And that includes, in the police family, PCSOs and specials as well.
Sure. I mean, we will wait and see, but I don't believe there's anyone in this room who thinks you're going to meet that promise.
I've spoken to a lot of officers off the record, and some have given me pretty horrific stories where they're having to make a decision about their career or using the powers they have. Are you receiving some of these things? Your surveys would suggest that it's true. And what are you and the mayor doing about that?
There's a lot of public debate on those things. It's not for me to comment on politicians, but I and the leadership team do everything possible to make sure officers can see they're supported for those difficult decisions. It's important officers don't feel constrained as they turn up. This morning, I was visiting an officer who was stabbed a couple of days ago, arresting a dangerous person in the house. He's got fairly serious stab injuries to his hand and arm. I want officers to be confident in using their powers, otherwise they end up with even worse injuries, and they deserve all of that support. And they get it from me, and it's important they get it from all politicians.
But your officers, your surveys, again, I point out the fact your survey suggests, this is not anecdotal, say that officers don't have that support. They don't feel like they have that support. They do not feel like they're supported by senior officers in particular. They definitely don't feel like they have political cover. And what are you specifically doing to arrest that feeling in your officers, excuse the term, because that is a real danger to to the public if an officer will not exercise the powers that we